Baby, this is Pile Driver. Hey, baby, what's your handle?
My handle? Eager Beaver, good buddy.
Wow!
That's trash.
Hello and welcome to That's Cool, That's Trash, the podcast where we watch a psychotronic movie online, then get together on Skype to break down the crazy. This is episode 69, sexy episode 69.
Yeah.
And I'm Matt Howell, and I'm joined today by Joe Kincher.
Hi.
And we're talking about Cherry Hill High, a movie from 1977 that is a sexy comedy.
Yeah, I think that's, well, I don't know. It's a broad definition of comedy. I think it's like Shakespearean comedy where everyone ends up not dead at the end.
Right.
So it's that kind of comedy.
But nobody was disguised as another gender, so it's not really Shakespearean comedy.
That's true. There's a lot of giggling, though.
Yeah, there was. Okay, my process here. This show, we kind of, wallow in the mire and the muck. So I thought episode 69's here. Got to do something sexy, air quotes. So picking this was actually pretty tough. A couple of the shows, like the last 4 or 5, have not been available online, which is kind of against the credo of the show. So I want it to be a YouTube sexy psychotronic movie.
Wait. Can you edit that and say it was pretty hard? It was really hard to pick this movie.
But so I actually just went through, had a few beers late one night with my wife sitting around and went Russ Meyer up, and then just like recommended and just went through a ton of those. So I thought about doing what's it called? Emmanuel and the Cannibal God or something like that, and
oh God!
I looked at a bunch of Russ Meyer, looked at Up and Super Vixen and
Up. That's Pixar. That's good.
Ultra Vixens or whatever. I don't know. Then I thought, well, let's just do this because it's that weird. It's not a start of a genre. Actually, we should probably do kind of a real quick rundown of how we got to Cherry Hill High in 1977 as a society. All right.
Well,
so,
there's like the off-road. What is it called? Like the off-road bikini car wash, the one that Flophouse always talks about. That they're like, it's like a TNA thing from around the same time. It's probably more like 1983.
Well, I'm talking more like the Glue Man in a documentary, the guy that says the one quote that gets you from one clip to the other clip, whatever. Like, I'm just thinking okay, so the real shorthand is uptight American society sexually. Post World War II, you got the beatniks, the bohemian artists, blah, blah, blah. That morphs into the hippies. That becomes kind of the sexual revolution and a cultural change, a huge shift culturally. And then that morphs into women's lib in the early 70s, And at that same time, I think the big turning point here is that Behind the Green Door? Well, I Am Curious. Wait, which one?
No, Behind the Green Door was like 72.
Which was the one where it was the first blockbuster thing where your neighbors who were uptight, boring fuddy-duddies went and saw this porno movie? Was it I'm Curious Yellow?
Well, Behind the Green Door was considered arty.
Yes, I think it was Behind the Green Door. And then
Smash Cut 2.
Yeah, and then it was one of those things where it's
sex romps.
Then I believe the next huge one was Deep Throat. And then Devil and Mrs. Jones. And it was at that era, early 70s, where it's kind of Harold and I went and saw that. You saw that? We went into the city. We had a good time. It's just people are seeing porno now.
So it was that changes the, the taxi driver scene where he's trying to take Sybil Shepherd to see a porno movie.
Right.
And he thinks it's really like, and it seems really inappropriate, but maybe it was it less inappropriate?
I think it was totally. I think he took her to a gross grindhouse with.
I mean, it's
floors.
like Times Square shit, where he's like, you like this? Yeah, you like it. That's good.
Yeah, I think he was trying to impress her by showing her how
liberal
he was. Yes, how open he was, and he wasn't. But
like,
I think also at the same
like
time,
lady on lady.
I think that he's also a broken person who enjoys that as a legitimate form of entertainment and did not realize that that's not something that everybody likes. Like,
right.
I think Travis Bickle is a very complex character, to say the least.
So we're going to talk about Taxi Driver for the next hour, and then we'll get to this movie, which is, what was it called? Cherry Hill High.
Okay, so this movie, the guy that made this did not direct a bunch of stuff, but the guy who wrote it, he wrote the fuck out of fuck movies. Can I read you some of the titles? So he directed a lot as well. So let me just jump around some of these.
Okay.
73 he did, Letcher. Another name is Mark Ubel. Let's see, Heavy Load, Bang Bang You Got It, American Tickler, A Matter of Love, Jack and Jill 2 that starred Samantha Fox, remember her? Hot T-Shirts, Dirty Looks, Puss in Boots, Preppies, Hollywood Hot Tubs. I've actually seen Hollywood Hot Tubs. Bordello, House of the Rising Sun, Voyeur, Sex Drive, Sex Crimes 2084. That was in 1985. Sex Appeal. I think you're getting this, right? Slammer Girls, Warrior Queen, Deranged, Student Affairs, Sensations, Divorce Court Expose, but Babes in Joyland. It just keeps going.
Did he do my favorite, Unload on My Face 4?
He was a consultant, but he didn't get a full writing credit.
Oh, he's
story
like
suggested
story by, but he didn't.
So
that
guy just rattled off some of his stuff.
He's like, it's Unload on My Face 4. It's like a bunch of unloading on faces.
That guy that I just described his career, his filmography, was Chuck Vincent. But Cherry Hill High was directed by Alex E. Goitein. Goitein.
That sounds like a fake name.
Yeah, but he only directed 2 movies, so I don't know if it's... Usually IMDb's pretty good about sussing out fake names. The only thing he did was a year after Cherry Hill High, he did Cheerleaders Beach Party, which sounds a hell of a lot like it's the exact same. 4 amorous cheerleaders set out to save their ailing college football team by huddling up on the beach with the rival team and scoring.
Oh, I get it. It's like a volleyball metaphor? Wait, are they volleyball?
No, they're
soccer?
They're cheerleader shows. Cheerleaders Beach Party.
Cheering for what on the beach? Volleyball, right?
For football. They're to set out to save their ailing college football team by huddling up on the beach with the rival team. ...
But they're on the
and
beach.
Scoring.
But they're on the beach, so football on the beach is volleyball.
So I don't want to condescend here and Matt-splain this to you, but Cheerleaders Beach Party requires a beach in there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll agree to disagree.
So I don't know why. Okay, I'll tell you why. I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't think I knew why I picked this one out of all the stuff I looked at, but I do. I watched the first 5 minutes, first minute, to be honest, and saw that it was very clearly there was no audio, usable audio recorded on location.
Oh, it's all ADR. All
ADR, and it's really weird and bad, like shitty 80s anime bad. So I was just like, well, when you have this kind of audio, you can use virtually any line of this thing as a clip, because I audio is what concerns me as a medium for us to share some of the weirdness of these movies. And I think I heard 1 or 2 just real. I mean, the delivery is so wooden and weird, and there's a couple corn dog lines that were supposed to be funny, but did that whole cycle of so unfunny they're funny, and then making you angry, but then becoming funny again. So I was like, well, let's just do this.
So it's like,
I'm gonna be honest, yeah, and I kind of gave up. I'm not gonna lie. So here we are, and I watched this thing. I've watched this thing twice, and I can't believe that. So one thing, if you're going to check this out on YouTube, which you can, do not be alarmed that it says the movie is 2 hours and 4 minutes. That's not true. The movie is 90 minutes or like 87 minutes, and it starts over again and plays for 30-some minutes and then stops. So it's only like an hour and a half.
Thank you. That is a great caveat because I watched it today, and I was daunted by that. I started it, and you'll hear us talk about the stop test where you know, like, at what point did you
Tap
pause
out
it
time.
and say, like, hey, I'm going to make a sandwich, or, like, how much time is left in this? How much of this have I watched? And for me, it was, like, between 15 and 20 minutes. And, and it was, like, because I was, like, I know exactly what this is going to be. And I was, like, this is 2 hours? No! How? And there is actually a point when I got to an hour and I texted you, Matt, and I was like, this seems like it's pretty wrapped. Like, they just have to, like, do one last thing and then it's done. Like, there's no way there's an hour more of shit here. And then you basically texted me what you told your audience, like, oh, no. It's like 90 minutes and then it like loops. It's like, oh, fuck, thank God. There's no way. There's not 2 hours of material here.
So there's kind of a unspoken thing among people that do stuff like we do, whether it be riffing or just kind of breaking down these movies that we enjoy so much, that comedy is kind of a tough area because, comedy is incredibly difficult, first of all. I think horror and comedy are the two areas, the genres that are hardest to write because when they work super well. When they don't, they fall pretty flat. But
yeah, that's true.
But comedy, it's just, making fun of something that's trying to be funny seems a little like it's like a cheap shot. I don't know. But at any rate, this thing deserves everything I'm going to say about it tonight. I think I mentioned to you when I found this movie that you have to imagine it was like a live-action Hanna-Barbera cartoon about fucking. Like, the character, even for a comedy, makes Police Academy films look pretty lofty as far as development and motivations. And I mean, it's like a Playboy. It's like Fanny, whatever those like.
It's like
comic strips come to life.
Fanny, whatever the fuck, Fanny from it's like it is like the Playboy comics are like it's like if high school kids wrote the Penthouse Forum. It's like nobody's having these fantasies. This isn't for. It's so juvenile and it's very. How do I be polite about this?
Don't be.
Retarded.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's so socially retarded that it's like. I mean, my wife was walking through, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, oh boy, like, she's like, oh, and then this is gonna happen, and then it would happen. Like it had that level of predictability. So maybe we should go. Let's do the. Let me give you the what we're calling the dumb synopsis.
Yes, I have one, but I'm sure yours is better than mine. They always are.
Okay, so I'll give you my dumb synopsis, and then you give me yours, and then we'll quickly walk through the cast of characters that you will. It won't matter if you can tell who's who, and
it'll be the blank one and the blank one and the blank one and the blank one. Like
there's the French one and the one blonde one, and then everybody else. So okay, Cherry Hill High. 5 college-age high schoolers and their teacher embark on a road trip to find who can lose their virginity in the dumbest way possible. R for nudity and incredulous situations.
Mine would be something along the lines of, and again, I didn't polish this, but like, are there 5 of them? Is that what you said?
The what? Yeah,
Five
there's five.
students.
There's five, and I we'll talk about that later. But there was more sexual situations than people, so and that led me to some confusion. But there's 5 girls and a teacher.
So five 20-something developmentally delayed students complete their life studies course and then grossly misinterpret the Seinfeld contest episode. Would be the kind of like area I was going to go with that. Like it's the Seinfeld contest, the famous episode of Seinfeld, completely inverted. Like literally the opposite of every criterion of their contest.
So okay, so
But they're all 25 to 30 years old. I swear to Christ.
So what you have to know about this movie is that we're introduced to. Here's how it opens. Like I think we should just like. I'm just gonna open it, show you the credit sequence and the sort of like what they give us,
and have audio support whenever you want.
And then yes, and then explain this. So they're like, okay, it's Cherry Hill or Harry Chill. It's Cherry Hill High, and they have a yearbook, and they flip it open, and we have this ADR. They're like, oh, sign my yearbook, and blah, 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 whatever. And they're showing the credits in the yearbook so that they don't have to actually do, like, credits. They've just printed them in a book. So that's, like, low budget. And then we're treated to a montage of each of the girls. We're introduced to each of our 5 girls, and their names are, and I wrote them down I didn't get it from the movie. I got it from like the credits at the end. Their names are Kippy,
Peaches,
Sarah, Michelle, who's the French one, Peaches, and Allison.
And Mrs. Woodruff.
And Mrs. Woodruff, who is their teacher.
Okay.
So what we see is after the yearbook thing.
Wait, let's do the yearbook. Let's do the yearbook audio before we go into
within the yearbook thing. Okay, so let's hear a little bit of that yearbook audio because that's pretty good.
Yeah, because I just have the opening here, then we can go right into what you're talking about.
Hey, Sarah, write something in my yearbook.
Okay, be good.
If you can't be good, be careful.
If you can't be careful, name it after me.
That's good. Like, if you can't be careful and you have a baby, name it after me.
It's funny.
Yeah, I guess. So then we see him like basically a montage over this song with we're introduced to all the girls, and it's sort of a Spice Girls things where they're giving us Spice Girls things. Those Spice Girls things where they're giving each of these girls like a distinct personality. Now
it's like House or House Soup.
Yeah. Each one has like a specialty, right? But fear not, intrepid viewer, because this will never come up again.
Yeah, it does.
Not really. Not really. Okay.
Superficially, it does.
Yeah, when they're
scientists don't believe in ghosts, Joe.
Use your science mind. Okay, we'll talk about that later. But here's what we get. So first, and they don't put their name up on the screen. So we're just like we're sort of left in the dark. But we have an athlete who she does cartwheels. And then she does sort of like a yoga bridge backbend thing where you're like, your hands are behind you and your legs are in front and you're like a table and your chest is up facing upward. And she's doing like these pelvic thrusts, like, ugh, and it's like there's crotch shots and it's like, sexy.
Yeah, the camera's right there looking at her.
And she's like, yeah, but like imagine if this was like sexy times. Like, okay.
So she's the sporty one.
Yeah. So she's Sporty Spice, and then the next one we see a lady, and she's sculpting a clay sculpture of a man, like a tiny statue of a man, and she's just sort of rubbing it, this clay thing, and she's sort of licking her lips, and she's got a red beret, and she's like, I'm an artist and whatever, and she's rubs the thing, and then as it turns around on the little Lazy Susan or whatever, you see it has like this big old boner. So it's like, okay, so that's Artie Spice. And then the third one is
Artie Spice.
So then the third one is scientist, and so she's in the lab.
Michelle Mabel.
Is that the French lady? Okay.
Yes.
So she's in the lab, and she keeps grabbing these different sort of dick-shaped tubes of food coloring to put into her mixture. She's making a mixture, and then it foams up like she, put like too many Mentos in her Diet Coke, and it foams up, and she's like, "Uh-oh, did it work or not?" And then she like takes a sip of it, and then there's a sound effect like, and like her boobs grow real big. That never pays off.
It doesn't pay off, but I have to admit, I thought it was a pretty decent practical effect. It looked okay.
Totally, completely, yeah. It was like, it was like the Hulk muscles,
Yeah.
like you put under your shirt and you pump the thing, but it worked. But it was just like, oh, this should be a thing. She should use her science power.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that later. But so, okay, fourth lady, mechanic. So she's working on a car, and
Spice.
Yeah, Butchie Spice and
by Butch, I mean not Butch at all, by the way.
No, you mean Greasy Spice.
I think the sign in the garage says like Liberated Women's Mechanical Arts Garage or some shit like that.
Yeah, some crazy shit. So she's like looking in there. Wow, what's wrong with this car? And then she pulls out like a saw and a hammer and a bunch of other random tools that are like messing up the engine, which is like a weird person's idea of like what messes up a car. So she just throws all these things out like fucking Ernie Kovacs, and then it's like and then it's like humming, and then she's like leaning against it and like ooh, and like vibrating on it, and like and my wife is like, she's gonna fuck the car. And then it was like when she was just like, I'm working on the car, my wife's like, she's gonna fuck that car, and like pulls all the stuff out. Oh, and sure enough, she's like, ooh,
giant vibrator.
Yeah.
So I have to jump in here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna say,
ahead.
I love when you're talking about pulling out the random things, right, that are possibly stopping the car from working. I cannot see anything that even references anything like that without thinking of that Kids in the Hall sketch when there's a baby in the car. You remember that one? Like he checks the wiper fluid and he checks the everything, and then he's like, oh, well, that's your problem.
Yeah, nope.
It's the neighbor kid.
Try it now. That
it's
one?
the neighbor kid. Oh,
try
anyway,
it now.
Sorry.
Try it now.
Made me laugh.
Isn't that what he does? He's like, try it now. And then he like repaints the whole car, and he's
You're
like,
right. He actually paints the
now.
car. You're right. He does everything except check for a baby under the hood.
Try it now. Yeah, it was so crazy. Okay, so then our fifth Spice is activist Spice. And she's just taking a shower and rubbing herself. And we don't really know, like...
Yeah, that's her power, is being naked.
Well, yeah, we don't know what her thing is. Like, she has, like, steam powers or something, until she pulls out her towel to dry herself off, and it has a political phrase on it. It says, politics don't have to be a dirty business. Ooh! And this is when I should point out that, again, these girls do not look like high school girls.
Oh my God!
They are. First of all of this shit that we just told you, they should be college students. It would make way more sense.
At best.
And they look college age or college graduate age. And I want to say like they're at least college graduates, but that would imply like a certain amount of learning or smarts. And I think that's rude. Like I don't know that they know anything. I'm just saying they're like definitely in their 20s.
Oh,
like
I don't think a single one of them's
under 25,
under 24, 25. Yeah, easily.
Yeah. No.
So it makes the whole thing weird, and then like they have to kind of play down when they do the ADR audio stuff. To like you heard a little bit there in that yearbook thing. Like, hey, see some of my yearbook where it's like,
yeah, there's a lot of that.
They wear
like
pigtail. Like one of them wears pigtails. Just to like, I'm a young girl. Like, okay, you're not supposed to be young. You're all supposed to be 18. You've made that very clear at the beginning of this, so this isn't rapey.
Right. Yeah.
Like, okay.
It's very strange because like if you'd watched this after you'd seen something like Animal House, you'd be like, no. All these gals are like college age. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like,
no, it's upsetting.
There's no reason to think that they're high school age, and there's no reason to do that except to be like porny about it.
Right.
You know, to be like barely legal about it.
Can I tell you something weird though? During this whole montage thing where you see the yearbook photo and the little vignette of each person and their one-dimensional personality trait, there was a song playing called "Laid," and I like the song. I have to be completely honest. Can we play a little bit of "Laid"?
Yeah.
And if you're out there and you play an instrument, I didn't like dig super deep into this, but I did pick my guitar up today and just kind of sang the chorus and strummed G, C, D, and I'm pretty sure it's just G, C, D. So enjoy.
Hey, Kippy, look at my picture.
Find the strangest places to get la 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 lay. No matter where, if it was warm, we got la 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 lay. Simple freedom is all that we ask. Up on the roof, the back porch, or in the anywhere you want us to. La 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 lay. We find the strangest places to get. La 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 lay. No matter where, if it was warm, we got la 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 lay. We started out on the 36th floor. Woo. By the time we hit the mezzanine, you were begging for more. La 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 la
la. Love that sound effect.
Wow. So the next thing that happens is, so far no one has had to speak on camera, right? We saw hands turning open a yearbook. We saw people doing stuff without talking, and the next thing we see is people signing up for a bike trip with their teacher, even though they just graduated. I don't quite understand what's going on, but and they're all talking about signing up for the, oh, Mrs. Woodruff's doing it. She's such a square, blah blah blah. So if you weren't sure that this is all ADR and there was no decent audio, you know now. And then we hop forward to the bike, the start of the bike trip. And
yeah, so they're biking down.
Mrs. Woodruff.
Well, they're biking down the lane, and then there's an exchange that I think we should mention simply because it I don't know, I guess it's relevant because it keeps coming up, but there's a trucker behind him. So what happens is
first, before we go there though.
Oh.
Can I play Mrs. Woodruff's kind of little brief monologue where we get appreciation for the level of the dialogue here, just so we can get a sense of what we're in for as far as single entendres and whatever the hell.
Just look around you girls. No sign of the despoliation of man.
I wouldn't mind a little despoliation by a man right now.
It is out here, away from the pollution and the racket of civilization, that we really see nature's wonderful creatures. Oh, look, over there, a horny toad.
No wonder out here so far from civilization.
And over there, That grove of saplings springing from tiny nuts. They are now erect and growing.
Isn't nature wonderful?
Yes, girls, this really is nature in the raw. Isn't it spectacular, Michelle? I don't imagine there's anything quite like this in France.
Wow! No, Miss Woodruff, nothing quite as spectacular as this.
Yes, there are things out here that you simply can't see in town. Up there, for instance, those darling woodpeckers. Aren't they something?
He sure is.
Something else.
Never saw that in town.
Neither did I. Ooh la la.
Hey, Matt. Oh, look over there, and you'll see the native horn dog. Oh, and right here, these Pebble Beach, these rock formations, we call them boners.
So,
and if you lay on them long enough, they say you can feel the earth move. I mean, just like,
yeah, it's insulting. It's okay. So that's super insulting. And the thing with Michelle was, when we saw her do her science boob experiment, we didn't have to hear her insanely bad, like high school play French accent.
Yeah.
So every time she speaks, I want to punch her.
Oh, this is blah 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 blah. Oh, this is baguette. Yeah.
Sacre bleu.
Oh, sacre bleu. Oh, zut alors.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's like the same way like Stan Lee wrote like Nazis, like when he was, pre-Marvel days.
Yeah. Yeah, he like, well, I mean,
I know 3 German phrases, and I'm going to use the fuck out of them every time they're fighting.
Yeah, you do that with Colossus, too,
Oh, yeah, totally.
Bonjour, and, yeah, just like...
Kurt, Nightcrawler. Mein Gott!
Yeah, mein Gott. And, like, they would continue that tradition with Gambit throwing in the, like, French, mon chéri, like, French, Cajun type things, but like without committing to it, which is easier to do in a comic book when you're just like, just throwing a thing and like imagine they have the accent. But when you're doing it on screen, it's like I was watching that Luke Cage thing, and so there's like a whole Jamaican, no spoilers, but there's a whole Jamaican street gang, right?
Wait, in season 2?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, and some of the Jamaican is like pretty authentic. Like if you hear authentic Jamaican, you're like, oh, it's kind of hard to understand because, they'll say something like, how him stay?
Yeah.
Which means like, how's he do?
Crazy patois.
Yeah, it's like, how's he doing? But it's like, how him stay? And so between the accent and also the like, the difficult patois, it's like, it's almost like a different language. But I guarantee you all these actors weren't Jamaican. And so there was a point where I was like, oh, well, it seems like vocal coach is going, well, you know what Jamaican is like all you got to do is be like Bigfoot or Cookie Monster, but like I do an Irish thing. So they're like, as long as me got me lucky charms. And it's like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
My God.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so back to...
It's useful cookie. That's good enough for me.
Let's put it this way. Every time this American actress as a French foreign exchange student speaks, I wanted to punch her in the vagina. Is that enough to say? Is that too much? You can back that up a little bit. I wanted to punch her in her frog mouth.
In the French. Punch her right in her French.
Okay, so as you were saying, they're riding along, and then they
so they're riding along.
The CB thing.
So then there's a like, hey, what's that? What's that radio? Oh, it's CB. What's that mean? Oh, it stands for Citizens Band. How does it work? Oh boy, because we're in 1977 CB culture, so we have to work fucking Citizens Band radio into shit somehow. So okay, like, well, see, it does this and this and this and whatever, and then she starts engaging with some trucker about like. So then we hear this trucker who's like,
I got all this, by the way, baby.
Pile driver, and he says, "Hey, pile driver, this is Silver Bullet. I'm looking for some seat covers." He says that, and I was like, does he mean he's looking for? He's like, hey, I'm looking for condoms.
Oh, I thought he meant like Ed Gein, like actual human flesh. I want seat covers made of human
He's
flesh.
like, I'm looking for seat covers. You got eyeballs on that, whatever. And then he's like, I got it. And then it's like he refers to the ladies as beavers, which they're totally cool with, which is crazy. And it's like, yeah, I'm eager beaver. Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I can lay this down.
Yeah, you might as well.
Say, is that a portable radio?
No, Miss Woodruff, it's a CB radio.
Oh, a CB. What's that?
Citizens Band. You can talk to people who have them out in the road and pick up messages.
Oh, that's marvelous. How does it work?
Well, you just press this button here and...
Baker 19, this is Silver Bullet looking for seat covers. You got any action good buddies?
Silver Bullet, this is Pile Driver, following 5 junior beavers and a nagging dragon. You want a piece of that action?
Negatory on the Dragon, Pile Driver, but I like the rest of it. Hey, good buddy, what's the 20 on them beavers?
Beavers? What on earth is all that talk about beavers, Peaches?
Oh, well, there are a lot of forest rangers who use this frequency, and,
Well, what was all that about a dragon?
Dragon? Oh, dragon! The beavers were dragging sticks, to build a dam.
Of course.
Anytime anyone spoke, I kept picturing this being projected, Russia's whatever of this work prints being projected on a screen in a studio, with people holding cans to their head in front of expensive microphones
And rereading the lines.
and lip syncing this. Yes, it's just like an utter fucking waste of time and money.
So I want to know what nagging dragons are. And I think it is, I think a nagging dragon is like an over the hill, like maybe toothless, maybe not, whore. Like,
okay, so I thought they were talking about somehow they magically knew that she was their teacher. So there's a teacher with 5 students.
5 beavers and a nagging dragon.
But the problem is that
the problem
she's
is
like
that
2
she's
years
like
older than them.
She's like their same age.
I know.
So
It's
this
so
is something
weird.
that we haven't addressed yet. So the teacher of these high school students, not only is she, so like we basically would take the age of a teacher and the age of a high school student.
Find the median.
Now, find the median, they're all that age. They would
Yeah.
all be hanging out and drinking at a bar together and be contemporaries. So that's literally the problem is like, and she doesn't look any older. They didn't do anything to make, like, they didn't give her
Nope.
glasses.
Nope.
That would have been easy, right? Just be, the one with glasses. You're the teacher.
She's hot for teacher.
But they should have just given her glasses so I could tell them apart. Like, or something. And that's the first time I've ever said that. Like, I don't want you to, like, I want you to cast women as, like, people I can tell apart and give them meaty roles.
Well, they have to write them then.
I do. Yeah, exactly.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you're not going to write them as human beings, then give me some simple coding to let me know who's who and what's what.
Exactly. Yes. No, that's exactly right. It's like, okay, well, I don't fucking know what's going on here. Like, you've literally made them all the same person, which I think is their intention. And they're like, but maybe the teacher's getting it on too. And it's like, well, but you made her the same age and she's indistinguishable. And she's on a bike and has her hair back like everybody else, and she looks like everybody else. She has no distinguishing features. Like, if you have a cop show, you have like the black guy who wears a black leather jacket, and then you have the other guy, and he's a trench coat guy, and and then you have like you distinguish between your white guys, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you just like you can kind of go like, okay, I can keep it all together. You don't want people to be like, okay, so there's a bunch of girls and they're interchangeable and one of them's in charge, but I don't know who. And that's what it feels like. So
Yeah. Okay.
So the next song, let's talk about this because
yeah.
Because so now there's a camp.
So I have a question. I was trying to remember this. Who did the I Learned the Truth at 17? Who did that song?
Janice Ian?
That's what I want to say too. Okay. This is like the inverse of Janician.
Okay, here's what I thought about You Can't Lose. So I thought You Can't Lose. Now tell me, and listeners, I'm springing this on Matt for the first time. When I heard this, I thought if you just brought this down like an octave or two, like this could be an okay magnetic field song.
Oh my God. Okay, so I remember I said I had the guitar and I was just playing Laid, and it was just like it's probably GCD, and it was. I also just kind of changed the tempo a little bit and started singing this song. I was like, it's close, and they just moved it up to an A instead of a G. Same fucking song, but that's hilarious. So what happens is the girls do their first night of bike riding. They find a nice farm, ask the farmer, the teacher, Mrs. Woodruff, asks the farmer if they can camp out, and they build a fire, and we get the entire fucking song, which is padding if there ever was one. Let's hear You Can't Lose. Coming in at number 2.
You can't lose if you give it away. You can't lose when you live for today. You know it's more exciting when you're young. Don't have to give your heart to the first one. You can't lose when your heart's full of joy. You can't lose when you've got the right boy. And there's so many boys for you to choose. You can't lose. You can't lose.
So that's that song. And
You can't lose. So
I think you're right, Joe. I mean, Joe and I are both huge Stephen Merritt fans. I think if you put that on a ukulele and drop the vocal pitch like a bazillion.
Yeah, if Stephen Merritt sang it in that exact key and it had a super echoey guitar in the background and minimal percussion and a ukulele, like you've got to
that would be on 69 Love Songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
Funny. So, okay, here's a small problem, Joe. We are 40-some minutes in, and we haven't got to the contest yet. And,
okay.
I don't want those edibles to kick in too hard before we get
so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to run through this. So at that campfire, here's what we're going to do: speed round. Okay? So speed round. So at that campfire, Allison, who's I guess our hero, admits that she's a virgin. And then slowly we see all of them going, yeah, me too, me too, well, actually, me too. So it's like the original Me Too movement. So then, so they're all virgins, and then let's see what happens next.
I
they
decide. I have a clip that supports where you are right now.
Okay.
I did make a bunch of clips. They're kind of good bridges.
Isn't it awful? It's humiliating.
Catastrophe.
It's unbelievable. How could 5 girls like us, clever, talented, beautiful, stocked?
The point is, we gotta do something about it, and fast. We're going to college this fall.
Yeah, all those divine college guys.
They have so much savoir-faire.
So this is the other unbelievable thing about this movie, is that these ladies, who are all beautiful and all definitely not in high school, are all virgins, and just now gonna engage in this
before
contest,
AIDS,
right? And their idea
during the sexual
is
revolution.
When literally a guy that looked like Abby Hoffman could get laid left and right. So their idea is we should make a contest. And instead of their contest being who can get laid first, right? I know that's what you're thinking. No. They say what we should do is have a contest who can lose their virginity in the most quote-unquote original way. And that's a crazy subjective thing to do. Like, well, what's original? Like,
Joe, that's why they
losing your.
That's why they're voting.
Yeah, that's what makes it interesting, Matt.
They have a tense system of voting, just like the Olympics. I don't know what the problem is here.
Yeah, like who's the most original candidate? So then Allison falls asleep, and then like some guy gropes her, and we're like, "Whoa, what's going on?" But we found out it's a dream sequence, and she's like dream. No, what is that? What is that?
No.
What is that?
That was that was I wasn't sure the first time I saw it. I know I was clear the second time.
What the fuck is that?
That was Mrs. Woodruff. So they're talking about her saying she's the most frigid blah blah blah. She's the blah 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 virgin surgeon. She's blah blah blah. She's so lame, and so she's getting laid. That's the farmer. That's her and the farmer. Because the next day, so Allison goes for a walk and she's looking at the moon. That's not her fantasizing, which I was not clear the first time. That's the teacher getting laid, screwing the farmer for. So when they get back on the road the next day, they say, "Oh, we should thank the farmer. I hope we thank the farmer for whatever." It's so nice that he let us stay there. And she's like, "He was already thanked last night."
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't catch it the first time. That was Mrs. Woodruff. So the joke is that they're saying how square she is, and she's screwing a dude for for rent for the night, basically, which is super sexy.
That's super cool. So then,
can I play a contest clip because you just kind of set that up?
Okay, so then basically I'm actually gonna set this up. I think set this clip up, which is that. So after that happens, she confronts the ladies and said, "I overheard your conversation, and here's what I propose." And they think they're in trouble, but actually she's gonna take them under her wing.
So the problem is that when I watched it a little bit tonight to get ready for this, I realized that was the clip I should have made. I actually made a clip when they propose a contest the night before when she's actually getting laid by the farmer. So you're right. She does lay down the law, but they thought of it the night before.
Yeah, totally.
It comes right after the last clip.
So much experience.
How are we going to compete with them if we're still virgins?
We've got to do something and fast. But how? Just fall for the first creep who comes along?
Of course not. We're Cherry Hill girls. When we do it, it'll be original. Wait, that's it. We'll have a contest.
A contest?
Yes, to see who can lose it in the most original way.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's the best idea. How are we going to do it?
Wait, we've got a problem.
Oh, yeah, Miss Woodruff, the virgin surgeon.
Mm-hmm. She's so repressed, she covers up all the road signs that say yield.
She's wheelchair charities in medical school for a transplant.
She's so cold, her gynecologist gets frostbite.
That's like 3 jokes that are terrible.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, oh, she's so frigid, she covers up the signs that say yield, and then whatever those other 2 other.
She?
Like, like all those 3 jokes are like, and then like, and I'm going to see this one in French, Michelle.
What does she say?
I don't know. She says
to science.
She's like, she should put the cheese up her butt. I don't know what she says. Okay. I can't tell what she's saying half the time.
And her name's like Fran Turkington or something. She's like the most non-French. Ugh, yeah. I hate it. Okay, so then they go on the road, and they are in seeking of. Wait,
in search of.
There is one exceedingly funny clip at the end of the contest agreement that I have to play because of it. I'm sorry, I would not normally do this to you.
Okay, you guys, I guess that's it. Everybody shake hands and come out humping.
Cherry Hill, Cherry Hill, will we do it? Yes, we will. We're the girls who've got it made, so come on, girls, and let's get laid.
Sorry, I had to do that.
You know, we had
come out humping. Shake hands and come out humping. How is this not called come out humping? What is Cherry Hill? I don't know. I'm not from the East Coast. I guess it's New York or New Jersey. I don't give a shit. Come Out Humping is a good title. This leads me to a question, Joe, I've had for a while. 1977. Who is this audience? Who is this pointed at? Because there's hardcore pornography in adult theaters. There's weird incestual psychotronic shit going on in like southern drive-ins.
Caddyshack is 1 year out, so it's like not even.
But Cinemax doesn't exist. Like that market where they said, "Oh my God, we have to fill programming in the late hours," and there's horny teenagers who want to take advantage of their parents' cable. That's like 5 years out. So why did this exist? No one would want to see this in a drive-in. I don't believe that. It's not sleazy enough. It's not funny and it's not sleazy. It's not anything. It's a drag.
No, it's soft date rape material.
Yeah,
it's a guy
it's rape culture.
It's a guy taking a girl to, like in his station wagon to a drive-in and then going, getting any ideas?
Like what she's supposed to? What?
I don't know.
The other dumb synopsis I almost went towards was the abandoned pilot for Sex in the City in 1977. Like, I guess they're all like empowered and going out and having fun with their bodies, but it's also very 70s and gross and hairy and sweaty looking.
I know you're calling it Sex in the City, but have you thought about calling it Sex and the City, and maybe the city is also a character?
Oh, did I say Sex in the City?
I don't know. It's both. I don't know which one it is.
And apostrophe, but
no, but it's just like, the fifth character is New York.
Oh my God, can I punch you through Skype right now?
Have you thought about it? Think about calling it Sex and the City, and then the city is also a character in the show.
Okay, so
Do you understand?
So we have.
This is the show we want to make.
I have 7 more clips. I don't have to play all of them. But,
okay, well here's what we got to go through.
Shooting through this thing because
here's what we got to go through. Okay. Let me go through this, and then you can we can play clips as they come, and there are plenty of clips. But so all these ladies start trying to have adventurous sex with dudes, and they get into strangely like strange opportunities with people. So the first one is Shark Guy. I'll call him Shark Guy.
Abalone.
So Shark Guy is
Abalone.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It's the subject of many jokes. And he hooks up with the first girl we see in the montage, Kippy, the sporty spice, the crotch gymnast.
So he's like, I go down and I fake fight the shark. And so we see a swimming pool, but then like when we see the shark, it's like there's clear coral reef. That's not a swimming pool, whatever. So they go in, they put on full scuba gear, they go in the pool, and they like fuck in the swimming pool, I guess. Mm-hmm. So then next, biker guy.
No, you got to tell the punchline, Joe.
Oh, and there's like, the blood will come out and the shark will eat your badge or something. I don't know. Like, what was the?
Well, she was like saying, he said, I give the shark a Mickey Finn just to make it safe enough to actually wrestle with him. And she said something about shaving your head because he has a shaved head and a weird like Lemmy mustache from Motorhead. And he's like, I never shave like 2 days before my wrestling match with the shark because if I nicked myself when I got in the water, the blood would call the shark and it would wake up and attack me. So the whole joke of this sequence is it's her first time having sex, so there's some hymen.
There's going to be some blood
involved, and
then she gets out.
Yeah, she survives.
So then So then the next one is, it's fucking
and
hilarious.
All the friends watch because part of the thing is it has to be corroborated by.
And then all the friends watch, and all the friends hold up things like they're fucking judges on like ice skating. So then the next one is Biker Guy, which turns out to be a lady, which is ladies bending over and then like, hey, get on my bike. And then, I'm not going to take off my helmet and I'm going to take you out this. And this is where I was like, all of these scenarios are starting to seem like murder scenarios. Yeah. Like all of these scenarios are like I could fucking die right now. And this is when the Zodiac killer shit was going on. Like,
well, yeah, okay.
Well, it's later,
fair enough. 69 to 70.
Like it's fucking dark to be to be like getting on the back of somebody's bike and like, okay, you're gonna walk me out to a pasture and then like start to like aggressively get sexy with me, like.
I just feel like there's a sexual pathology to this that's like all put on the back shelf of like, no, just have fun with it. Don't overanalyze it. But it's like, so you would meet someone that you literally cannot see or speak to, share a ride with them, and decide, yeah, I'm gonna pork you. I don't know what you look like or who you are.
But yeah, I like your vibe.
You could be an animated corpse with Hitler's head sewed onto it, and be like, too late now. I already made that call.
Yeah, I like your vibe. I like the cut of your jib. And here's the other thing. You know what? Life's short. And if life's going to end with me getting my head cut off because you wanted to rape me and strangle me and kill me and cut my head off, then, so be it.
That's or wanted to win a contest.
That is free love, man. That's free love. It's weird. This was in a time like, okay, for our younger listeners, if there are younger listeners,
there are.
Like, this is when like people were like, don't fucking hitchhike.
Yeah, hitchhiking was done because of the Green River Killer.
Like, hitchhiking was
70s.
done by 1980, where they were like, don't fucking do that. That's how serial killers pick up people and murder them. So it was like the idea of going like, I'm going to get on the back of this person's bike. I don't know what he looks like. I'm going to go out in a pasture with him and like let him rip off my clothes. Like, that's insane. Like that scene with and it turned out being a lady. So, okay, I guess it was okay, but like it worked out all right. But I was like scared for her. I was like, this is Zodiac shit. I was like, you're going to get murdered. And then all those things look murdery. So then, okay, so that one goes on.
So that happens, and her friends see it in the woods.
Yeah, and they go.
They have to be corroborated, and they give it kind of a low score, like, what? You didn't even get drilled.
Yes, they're like no D, no D, no G. Yeah. They're like no points because you didn't get dick. And it's like, okay, but you were going. Wait. Rewind. We were going for originality points here. And what's more original than getting on the back of a biker's bike that you think is a dude and it turns out to be a lady and she fucking goes down on you? Like,
because I think that the people in the audience that drive in,
that's an original way to lose.
Want to see like that whatever wins would be the penis. So yes, it's sexy to have
but that's an original
lesbian.
Right.
But that's threatening.
But that's an original way to lose your. That's an original way to lose your virginity. I'm just saying.
It's threatening. Like, I agree with you. But let's be honest.
I'm like, you're stepping up your game. That's way better than like going into Shark Tank with fucking.
So I saw Abalone.
Karnov.
Who looks like Karnov? Yeah, I mean. Karnov compared to any attractive woman, I just not.
I'd go for biker
even with the Shark Tank, yeah.
So
I'm with you. It's like Metroid, right? When she takes the helmet off in the first Metroid, like what?
And you're like the lady, and
that's
you're like
girl.
You're like, yes, that's awesome. I remember even as a kid going like, Metroid's a lady. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Metroid's
that's
not a lady.
badass. That's like fucking.
Samus.
I was like, yeah, Samus, yeah.
Samus, I think.
I was like, yeah, that's like fucking Riley or whatever from Alien. I was like, that's fucking awesome. So okay, then they go to a like little crab stand or something, and they get some shit, and a guy.
We didn't mention one point.
No.
When they first start the contest, our blonde quote unquote heroine meets a lineman who's climbing down from a telephone pole. And she's not interested in talking to him, doesn't even want him to know her name, there's no point. And so he's kind of persistent. And so they meet on a quick date. I have a tiny clip of that just to explain. This is her explaining to him, like, I'm in this contest. I want to be totally honest with you.
So that's how it is, Larry. I never thought I'd be telling you this. But I guess I like you too much to lie to you. I never thought I'd be saying anything like this to a boy I liked either. I guess you think I'm pretty awful. I don't want to let down the other girls. Well, it means a lot to me. You understand, don't you?
Well, sure. I understand. They kind of respect you.
You just don't walk out on that kind of commitment. Besides, it'll be a hell of a lot of fun.
You're darn right it will.
Be a hell of a lot of fun.
It'll be a hell of a lot of fun. It sounds like the dubbings in this movie sound at times like those Italian movies. Like they're just so way off emotionally. You know, like Bart Fargo shit. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, do. Like fucking Double Agent Zero or whatever the fuck.
Eurospy trash.
Yeah. Where it's like,
yeah.
You must be Bart Fargo.
All right.
Well, I'm very pleased to meet you. Well, don't you want to have sex with me? I'm very attracted to you. Like, it's like, what? Like, it doesn't, it just doesn't emotionally gel ever. Anyway, so that happens, but we see a guy in a cape or in a cowl, and so he talks to this lady, and I was like, and I called it, and I was like, motherfucking vampire, and he's like, oh, I have a house you can stay at, but it's haunted. I mean, like, Jesus Christ.
Well, we're going a little broad here, but
okay.
This is way, way east of New York, so there might be castles there. I'm like, if you were being skeptical like I was, at first I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is New York State, and this is East New York State where they filmed all this stuff. So that could be real. But here is that guy who looks like some schmuck that would rent you a videotape or like warm up a corn dog for you at 2:30 in the morning at
Matt,
7-Eleven. What?
I call bullshit.
Okay, here's a little bit of what I named Interview with a Vampire. This is Michelle, the French girl, on a date with the local.
So, you are from the town?
Yes, just a local small town lad.
Ah, a typical American. We are just passing through.
Oh, I hope you find our little town diverting.
Well, we need a place to camp over for the night. Do you know of some place?
Why, yes, as a matter of fact. I know a charming spot. A lovely, deserted old mansion just outside of town. The grounds are wonderfully accommodating. And...
Yes?
They say it's haunted.
Haunted?
Keep selling it. Keep selling it. It's at 123 Haunted Avenue. Have I turned you off yet?
So why do these kids sign up for this? Was there did that sign up sheet at the beginning say like, come with Mrs. Woodruff and have absolutely no plan and nowhere to stay and just ask strangers to not murder you while you sleep?
It's the world's worst field trip. They're just like, I mean, I'm like, your high school sucks, man. Like, you should have planned this better. They're like, we'll get as far as Westchester and then we'll just wing it. Yeah. I'm sure some of our students can hook up with vampires along the way. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. So, so she gets to the place, and I don't know how much you want to talk about her love of science, but she ends up fucking a ghost. And that should take the cake, man.
A ghost with a heart on, I think is what she calls it.
Yeah, well, yeah. And yeah.
So, I mean, anybody who's seen any crappy variety show comedy sketch about a haunted house, this is about as deep as it goes.
Have you ever seen a
Vincent Price?
Oh no, a man in a sheet?
Yeah.
Laying on top of a lady? Because that's what it is.
But it's very
a man in a sheet.
Vaudeville, like horror, like.
Yeah, it's Milton Berle show.
And so she loses it to a guy in a sheet that, again, she doesn't know what he looks like. Could be Hitler's head sewn onto a reanimated dead body. We don't know.
I think
they lose it in a coffin.
I think it's supposed to be that vampire guy.
It is, but I mean,
right?
She doesn't know.
Right. She's like, I lost it to a ghost. And it's like, no, honey, you did better. You lost it to a vampire pretending to be a ghost. That's double awesome.
Okay, so we've got 2 of the girls down, right?
Yeah.
Here's just a rando clip I liked of them riding a bike between interstitial kind of stuff.
Allison's gone on that telephone lineman.
She's got that long distance look in her eyes.
Yeah, looks like she's really hung up.
Do you think she's fallen for his line?
Oh, can it, will you? I have not.
Isn't it a beautiful day, girls?
Mais every day seems different when you are a woman.
Big deal.
What
What a bunch of crap. Oh.
What the fuck does that sentence mean? That means literally nothing to me. I'm a man, but what the fuck does that mean?
She's
Every
saying,
day seems different when you are a woman.
She's like, oh, I fucked a ghost, so I see things different than you see them.
So there was a handful
Allison.
of stuff like this where it's just like, I know you're doing ADR and blah blah, but this was an actor chose to say this. Like here's something else I've been enjoying. When people say something that they would never say in real life in a situation because the people they're saying it to are there. Here's they wind up
a la,
I think
a la Friends.
Yes, it
A
seems
la
like
Friends. Like, oh, I'm gonna talk shit to your face.
Yeah. What was the name of the truck driver? His Mike.
Pile driver.
Mike name. I almost said Jesus. Handle.
Pile
Driver.
driver.
Okay, so I think Pile Driver and Eager Beaver hook up at like a small hick town race, and here's what they say: all the girls that are not that girl are sitting and watching the race when it starts, and here's what someone says when it starts.
Okay, drivers, roll your heaps onto the track and get ready for the start of this great figure-8 race.
Look, there they go. Hey, come on, let's go.
Imagine sitting there with like, I don't know, 3,000 other people?
Yeah.
And the guy's holding a checkered flag. All the cars that are revving their engines. The guy raises the flag, and they all start charging forward, and someone says, look, there they go. I don't know why that fucking made me so pissed off.
Oh, look, there they go. So there's the vintner guy, and then one of those ladies that's interchangeable, like fucks on some grapes. Like this is what my thing looks like. It's like shark guy, fucking scuba gear, biker guy, lady, then vampire, then you ever fuck a ghost, then ghost in a coffin, stock car racer, fucking the car getting towed, vintner, fuck on some grapes. So that's pretty much like...
I kind of blocked that vintner one out.
Yeah, that one, well, it wasn't great. There's a lot of filler. So then... Jesus Christ.
Can I share the next one?
Oh, yeah.
Apparently they're shooting a $7 version of Let's Make a Deal in a parking lot.
Yeah. And it's called... I wrote it down. It's called...
Where's the big deal? Or what's the
It's called... It's a Big Deal.
It's a big deal.
And it's so this guy Chicken Man is like in a fake Let's Make a Deal show, and it's like in a supermarket parking lot.
Small parking lot, yeah, it's ridiculous.
And they're like, hey, and they have like people out there, and he's like, it's called It's a Big Deal, and yeah. Oh, and there's a fruit stand sequence in between there we don't need to talk about, but they're just fondling like different fruits that are melons and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, and then so what's her name is like the last one. She gets caught in this big sort of like chicken nest having sex with a guy in a chicken costume. No, she's not the last one. The last one is Allison.
She's the last non-heroine one.
Right. Allison is the one that's holding out for this Larry guy.
Larry's dope.
Yeah.
He's got that weird deep voice.
And he's like,
of course. I understand the contest. I don't have a problem with it. I like you.
Yeah, I'm completely hetero. So there's actually, so Jolie walked in on this scene, and this was so funny. She said this. There's a scene where there's like a table and like champagne and stuff in the middle of nowhere, and Allison comes in. She sits down, and Larry comes up, and he's like, "Hello," and he has like fake like enjoy your delicious moments kind of mustache.
Oh, right.
And she's like, he looks like Carrie Brownstein when she plays a guy.
Oh my god.
In fucking Portlandia. Right. And I was like I fucking lost my shit. It was super funny. It's like, oh, so I guess it's not gonna happen then. So she's like, no, you're too nice of a guy. Blah blah blah. So he goes away. So then we see Chicken Man, and then we see this thing where they go into the woods, and there's this big UFO alien thing, like this big deal, and we're like, oh, you got a fucking alien. That's the only thing that would trump Ghost.
Right.
And I actually wrote I actually wrote UFO alien, and then in parentheses, I predict it's going to turn out to be Larry. And I wrote
the fact that you were paying attention that much at this point is audible.
I know. So then it turns out it is Larry, and it turns out that he's not just a telephone lineman. Yeah. He's actually the heir. He's the son to a big fortune, and he's actually a space aeronautics engineer and like all the other cliche bullshit. He's like, actually, I'm a billionaire and a genius, and I've been doing this, but I just wanted to get back in touch with people, and like I wanted to change my name and not. And it's like, well, you didn't want to change your name enough to not use the fortune to like make space whatever. so whatever. And then Allison. Yeah, Allison is like, so everyone else is like, Allison wins. She fucked an alien.
No, they did not agree.
Well, no.
Mrs. Woodruff was a judge.
No, they thought that at first. They're like, well, Jesus Christ, you fucked a fucking alien. Like, she wins. Oh. But then we see they're on like a yacht or something. And I'm like, this is the best high school field trip ever. Yeah. Like, you're on a fucking dope-ass yacht. And they're like, so who won the thing? Like, well, and then she goes over everyone's thing in a completely random order. That's not the order we saw. And it's also the thing that I wanted to see when I was 10, 20 minutes into the movie. What I wanted to see was the last 5 minutes where they just showed me everything that happened. And I was really mad about that. I was like, if I would have known this existed, where she's like, hey, Kimmy, or whatever your name is, like, you jumped into the Shark Tank with the shark and did this.
So I have this clip if you want to hear
like,
this. But
what the fuck?
It's like 2 minutes.
It was so mad. It made me so mad. I was like, you're recapping it?
It's Cliff
God
movie.
Damn it. God damn it. You could have saved me so much time. So then,
it's also nice to come back home to something familiar. You know?
Yeah, I like a good recap, but so you can put in a clip here, but then what she says, then what Miss Woodruff says is like, Allison wins, and the reason is that she says, and I wrote this down in all caps, she says, true love is the most original way of all. And that got me thinking, like, also, true love is the friends we made along the way. And also, true love was inside us the whole time.
And it was, the journey, not the destination, really.
Yeah, and it's also like, if you put your mind to it, you can true love anything. And the power of love is a curious thing. Anyway, so, I mean, so it really made me think at the end. Made me think, like, why was this so long?
Why did I watch all this?
So, I don't know. Do you want to do like a, final judgment kind of thing on this?
Yeah, I mean, we can either, sometimes if it warrants it, we'll do like a what worked and what didn't. I think that we've covered that while we talked about this, so we can just go straight into final judgment. And as you know, you go first.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a big believer in the Bible, and the 7 deadly sins, and the deadliest sin is number 7, being fucking boring. You know, like you remember like that movie 7?
I love that movie.
Kevin
I watched
Spacey.
that the other day, yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey, the spaceman. And he's a bad guy, and he's like the last guy that he kills, he like carves like small talk into his chest and like put him in a room where paint is drying, and he had like
Yeah, I don't remember any of this.
no, he's just made like a really boring thing. He put like Garfield comics up everywhere, and he was just like, he's like, boring, right? Pretty boring. And he's like carved into his chest, like, hey, how you doing? Working, hardly working, or working hardly, or whatever the fuck.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like that.
Like a panel and Clockwork Orange of video screens of people like making small talk on elevators and offices.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend? Had a great weekend.
Yeah. Mondays,
I hope this burns off. I'd like to get out there and get in the sun a little bit this lunchtime.
He's like, Mondays, am I right?
I'd love to go away from my desk for an hour.
Yeah, and I think they had like a bamboo shoot like slowly growing up his ass, which is actually kind of interesting, which is ironic, but it was slow, so it was sort of like, oh yeah, this is like you, like sad and slow, and like, and you're just like, hey, whatever. Anyway, so that guy watching paint dry, like, that's not great. Not great. Is that the 7th sin or the 8th sin? I feel like we're adding more sins as we go.
We need more sins.
We should like amendments. So yeah, anyway, I feel like this kind of did that. Like it had boobs and stuff, but holy shit. Like when I was pausing it and then like seeing what, you know how like on YouTube on the app it'll be like, you know, it'll have the recommendations.
Yeah.
On the little dominoes below. The first one was fucking Supervan, and I was like,
I saw that.
I would fucking completely watch Supervan again compared to this.
See, YouTube backs me up, Joe. Supervan is awful.
Oh, no. I mean, yeah, no, it's bad, but
even conventionally awful.
Yeah, but I still I stand by it, man. There's more to grab onto there.
So, folks, if you don't know this, we did Supervan episode 2, 3, way
something
back.
Like that. Yeah.
Joe
in the first 5.
Joe enjoyed it on a level I did not. And Joe has been lobbying since then, which is probably 5 years that we riffed this movie for one of our riffs.
That can't be right.
Look it up. I swear to Christ, like it was like 2013. Trust me, it's been like 5 years. Probably exactly. We're probably on the anniversary of you suggesting. Anyway,
all right. Touche.
So I'm sorry. What your judgment?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go trash.
Rationale.
Rationale. I mean, I liked. There was some good cheesy stuff about it, but I don't know. Maybe it was just my mood. Like sometimes your mood can affect you. Like I've kind of come around on what was it?
Beatles?
No, Feeders.
Theaters?
Feeders.
Oh, Feeders.
Yeah.
The movie we saw.
Yeah.
By the Polonia brothers.
Yeah. So, like, Feeders, I was like, oh, trash. There's so much space, blah, blah, blah. But I've thought about it that enough to where I'm like, that's actually, like, there's things about that are kind of so bad it's good that I think about enough You know what I mean? Sometimes like you have distance from a thing.
Sure.
So in my current state, I'm like, I'm willing to say like Cherry Hill High. I'm like, no, like pass. But I mean, partly because it's like super uncomfortable, but also like it's like not sexy enough and also uncomfortable and also like, I mean, there's so many problems with it, but also not enough to make fun of it. But it's terrible. I don't know. I'm really on the fence about it, actually. But to be on the right side of history, I'm going to say I'm going to go trash.
Sorry, it's the right side of history.
Oh, yeah.
Caught me a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're solid trash. No,
Well, I didn't say solid. I said like fluid trash. You know, like the I don't
want to dictate and micromanage.
Like the trash compactor in Star Wars.
But there's a duality. So I feel like we should stick with it, and if you justify your position, it can't be that fluid.
Oh, I justify my position, but I'm also like.
But you're reserving the right to change your mind in the future. I can't abide by that.
Okay, but I wouldn't stop.
This aggression will not stand.
I wouldn't stop anybody from watching it. It's crazy.
Okay.
And I mean.
Well, that's fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I've been pretty clear from the outset here. This is. I don't know who this is for, so I can't. I have a hard time. I think you'd have to be pretty hardcore into psychotronic stuff to enjoy this. So if I could just say it's sub Cinemax, not porn, newspaper comic strip level joke writing, sexy comedy, and that sounds appealing to you, definitely check it out. Especially like bad audio, in a good way. But I think ultimately that I don't know many folks I would say, like Joe, if you hadn't been able to do this show, I wouldn't say, oh, if you have a minute, watch Cherry Hill High.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So if I can't, you're pretty deep. You have hip waders. I don't know that there's any reason for this to. I don't know who it's for. It feels like it fails on every front to me. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. That's the other thing is that you're judging it on two different metrics, and one is like for the uninitiated, and another is for sort of like people that are used to watching bad films. And if you're like, no, you're gonna love this. It's a bad film, and you can like, I don't know, like me, I can riff it or laugh at it or whatever it is. If you can't find that common ground where you're like even people who like bad films, I'm not gonna recommend this to you. Like that's kind of a weird. Suddenly you're in this weird, twilight zone of like, well, it's not. I mean, it's bad, and there's things bad enough about it to be enjoyable, but it's also just like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yep.
And part of that is,
except
like
for the
part
song
of that,
Laid.
Yeah.
The song Laid is good.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
okay, so we have two trashes, right? So what do you have an alternative or an antidote? Because I have something, but wasn't.
Here's what I'm going to recommend. This is going to be an unconventional recommendation, and it's this. Dave Holmes, who's a comedy writer, wrote a fantastic review of Gotti, Gotti, the movie about John Gotti, starring John Travolta,
Kelsey Grammer,
which has gotten 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, and he wrote an amazing review, just tearing this thing a new asshole. It's so fucking good.
Now I want to see it,
and it's the best. And so I would say, save your money. Don't watch that movie, but absolutely read that review. I don't know if it's on Vulture or it was on The Verge or what it was.
So your antidote is not watch another movie, but read a review of it?
Absolutely.
Interesting.
No,
that's a first.
I completely
Episode 69, yo.
Yeah, 69. I'm flipping the script. I completely stand by that, because that's the world we live in now. Actually, reading a review of a movie when Dave Holmes writes a review of a bad movie is better than watching an okay movie like Jurassic whatever the fuck.
Okay, so I will look this up, but can you just tell us now, does he say it has any value at all entertainment-wise, even in its ineptness?
No. He tears it completely down, and it's so good.
Okay.
It's completely good.
Okay. Can I give my antidote?
Yeah.
This might not be readily available, but there's a lot of stuff on archive.org that would kind of match this as well, and there is some of her on there. But I would say, you want sexy, you want some cheeky fun of some data stuff, get some Betty Page loops. Something Weird Video has these available on DVD. She's one of the most amazing sex symbols in the last 20th century, in my opinion. I know there's some of her on archive.org for free if you want to download some loops, some kind of light, what's that called? BDSM kind of, just whatever, playful, whatever loops.
Whatever you're into.
Yeah, and some of it even in color, which was kind of rare for her. But I love Betty Page. She was one of the first women that I saw in some Rolling Stone thing as a pubescent kid, some spread about her, and just definitely became a clutch moment in my psychosexual development. So I would check that out. A lot more fun than whatever the fuck this was.
Oh, I can recommend one more thing. It wasn't super entertaining, but it was informative, and it was the documentary about Hedy Lamarr.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And I think that's on Netflix, and how she basically invented. It's about her whole life, but it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, she had a crazy life.
Yeah. She was basically, she was an Austrian immigrant, and she did some film, and she got out just in time, and came to America, and she managed to negotiate a thing with Louis B. Mayer, and he was like, "Oh, well, we'll just sign you up for this," and she's like, "No," and she pursued a thing, got a bigger contract and whatever. But she also, for people who don't know, she co-patented this what's called it's this system of I don't even know what you call it. I can't remember. It's help me out here, Matt. What is it called?
Trusses, hydraulics.
No. It's like a radio thing where it's they're moving, frequency hopping.
Oh, okay.
So it's frequency hopping. So her whole thing was that we would you can't tell where the torpedo goes, so you move the frequency around, and it's the basis of Wi-Fi and you know, like Bluetooth and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but she never was able to benefit from it. Wow. So it's pretty interesting.
Okay, so we have 2 solid recommendations: Betty Page loops and the Eddie Lamar documentary,
and Dave Holmes
both
article.
Way less sexist than what this movie is.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Joe, thank you so much for being so accommodating with all the time changes and whatever, getting this out there.
My pleasure.
So we did a little bit of time travel on this one. We recorded episode 70 before this one. But 2 episodes ago, Joe, you were on the episode, actually. We talked about the movie Get Even. Mm-hmm. And you and me and Kyle really enjoyed Wingshauser's turn as Huck, the star's friend. And that prompted me to create June is Wingshauser Month, which is a movement that's happening among some other like-minded psychotronic podcasts. We're doing a pod crawl. We've done it before. We did one with the Charles Band movies, like Subspecies. Mm-hmm. So that was fun, and we had a blast. I thought we should do another one, and the Wingshauser thing was too great because Wingshauser's filmography is ginormous. So we could do this monthly and still have a few years of episodes out of it. But anyway, it's a great way for fans of other podcasts to check us out and vice versa. So check us out on Twitter at @that's_trash or online at thatscoolastrash.com. And there's all the info about which podcasts are doing what movie. Joe, you and I and Jacob did a live episode, live to us, of, what's that one called?
Oh boy.
Oh, Mind, Body, and Soul.
Yes, thank you.
A Wingshauser movie that was starring Ginger Allen, an adult film star of the 80s. So that episode will be coming soon. But if you want to go to Twitter and check out the hashtag June is Wingshauser Month, you'll find all the tweets from other people. Some folks joined us. Somebody came on from like England and said, "Hey, I saw your call and I want to join in." And they did a YouTube review of a movie of Wings. And somebody else just posted one. And then someone from Stately Wayne Manor posted one as well. So folks have been jumping on, which is cool. I love Wings. I just hope he would. I was hoping he'd reply to some of my tweets, but it didn't happen. Anyway, the next episode is the Wingshauser June episode, which will be Mind, Body, and Soul. Thanks a lot for listening, and thanks, Joe, for joining me.
Yeah. Oh, and that's a really good episode. We're really proud of it. Pulling back the curtain, like that's a done deal, and we were really happy with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you should check it out. Like, if you hate this, you will love that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. For That's Cool, That's Trash, I'm Matt Howell.
I'm Joseph K.
And you folks out there, stay trashy.
That's cool.
That's trash.
It's garbage, folks.
Now that's really sexy.
Far out.